Woke up today and the koi were chasing each other around the pond. It's that time of year again. That big one right there looks, I think, is one of the females. Or no, that one. Maybe the calico looking one too. Anyways, they're chasing each other around the pond. And they're having a little fun. So I'm sure there's probably tons of eggs in there stuck to the plants and stuff now. I don't know if we'll keep any or not this year, but we kept a lot of them last year, but they were mixed breed last year. This year it'll be just plain koi. I see tons of eggs on the bottom of the pond. They'll get eaten up probably. If there's any on the plants, then we may snag them just to see if we can get them to hatch again like we did last year. It's kind of cool to watch them grow from an egg to a koi. If you ever see the little ones that are in here, those are from last year's babies. There's probably about 10 of them that we saved. The rest are going to go to a friend of mine's house in his pond on his property. There they go. They're chasing her again. Poor girl. She always gets beat up. I think she's the only female. I really do. So all of the rest of them gang up on her. Yeah, it doesn't look as good with the lid on, but we made this lid to keep the critters out, because we have raccoons and skunks that'll eat them. That's why I lost two of my favorite ones last year. Is the first night we put them out in the pond, I didn't have a chance to put a lid on or anything, and the raccoons got two of them. I had a nice gold colored one and then a black one. They became part of the food chain. So this is what we do at night. We made this lid, we keep it on, put some bricks on so they can't get to them. Protect these little guys. It's really cool. And these guys, we've had them for about 3 years now, and they're about 10 inches long. They would have been bigger by now, but we just didn't have the room for them. Every year we've gone bigger and bigger. This is about as big as we're going to get probably, because we don't really need to get any bigger with this many koi in here. It's 7 foot by 8 foot, 2 feet deep in the center. Yeah, that's the female right there. You can see her, the one that's more colorful. The big one right there in the lead, that one's the female. The rest I believe are all males, because they're constantly chasing her, trying to get her to lay the eggs. And that one right there turns really bright gold yellow right there. In the summer, he's already starting to get his color back. The sun gives them their color. So if you ever buy any koi from the pet stores and then you put them in an outside pond, you'll notice that they change color. It's because of the sun. They're missing the sun inside the house to give them the color. And of course, if you give them a proper diet too. But even if you do a proper diet, like in the wintertime, they lost their color, even though I feed them really good pellets. They still lost their color in the winter because there's no sun. Oh yeah, I see even the babies are chasing them, trying to get in on the action. babies from last year. I think they can breed once they hit 3 inches long. For the koi anyways. Goldfish, they can breed anytime from what I've read. The goldfish can breed multiple times a year. Koi can only do it once a year. Goldfish can do it multiple times a year. Have babies. I definitely got to get a couple more females just to even it up a little bit so they don't just beat on her every year. It's just hard to tell. This is like the only way you can tell, basically, if they're male or female. So there they are. They look pretty. Those are all the big ones right there. There's about 5 or 6 big ones, and then 10 babies from last year. They're about 3 inches long. Let's see if I can zoom in and get a close up on them. Hey, you'll notice throughout the year the yellow one there will be really bright yellow. It really shocked me because he was always white. When I first bought him, he was just plain white, so I thought I had like an albino or a platinum colored one. No. As soon as I put him on the sun, he turned yellow. Completely blew my mind. He'll be really, really bright yellow, you'll see. It's like a lemon. Okay guys, here's what we did with the goldfish. This is Mrs. RC's idea. We have the pump. We ran a line from the pump in the pond all the way over there, all the way up into here. Eventually this will be covered with dirt and flowers and that stuff here, the creeping Jenny, this stuff. This ground cover, and it runs into here, and it comes out there and into this, and then I have a homemade filter system that I built. Big huge cotton ball, and in the center of it there's a big huge thing full of charcoal that helps to filter the water, make it crystal clear. And then we have the scrubby pads to help grow the bacteria that's needed to break down the ammonia. They're right in there, underneath the rocks and stuff. You can't see them. I'll have to move them sometime to show you guys. But anyways, that goes into the pond, and that's the filtration system. And all that will produce oxygen in the summertime for them. And that's what it looks like without the lid. Pretty cool, huh? There's the koi. Here's a better shot of the koi without a lid. You can see all the babies from last year swimming around. So that's kind of cool. We got some from last year. But it's a work in progress. And then right here on the edge, thinking about putting like some kind of a flower thing here. Fill up with dirt, put plants in it, and then have a little sitting spot, like a bench right next to that, so we can feed the koi and enjoy them. And this front right here is going to get built up to pretty much the same level as the top of that pond. And then around the top here, I'm going to put a 1x treated pressure wood, probably about 1x4, 1x6, and then miter the corners. So that way it'll look decent and you won't see the liner. Okay guys, I just got home, and when we left off earlier today, the koi and the goldfish were breeding. So we just took a bunch of the eggs out, that way they don't get eaten, but a lot of them did get eaten. One of these is goldfish eggs and one of these is koi eggs. We're going to take them inside and raise them up like we did last year. Last year we had probably about 300 babies, and maybe between 80 and 100 I think made it. But let's see if we can look close in there. Yeah, see all those little white speckles in there. Those are all eggs. Those little balls. And the same with down here. They're all over the place. There's probably, I don't even know, probably 300 to 500 eggs in each container. But through the process of natural selection, not all of them make it. So yeah, that's kind of cool. I'll show you how they're doing. Just later in the day, it's a little brighter outside. There's the goldfish. They're doing good. They had their fun for the year. Maybe they might do it. I guess goldfish do it more than once a year. They lay eggs more once a year, so they may do it again. We don't know. And there's the koi. They're all pooped out. They're all just relaxing. So that's an update on the breeding. We don't purposely breed them. They just do it on their own. And we also, so this will be cool to do updates on. We put a bunch of eggs in here too. Just because it's a safe haven for them. They'd be able to live in that. No problem. In that filter. And they won't get eaten from the goldfish or the koi because they'll be in there. So that's kind of cool. And we'll do updates on that as they grow. If we see them, if any live, that's cool. If not, we got plenty of others that probably will. So.